Check, check, check. How we doing, guys? How are we all doing? Welcome, welcome. All the early peeps to the Hot Wheels stream. We're not doing a cold open today like we normally do. We're not starting right out the gate with everybody driving because on our last stream we did Who Was the King of the Losers and the Lotus S2 that is currently benched next to my left foot. I'll let you guys see the socks for tonight's stream as well. We have the Cheez-It socks and the Oreo socks, a balanced meal, indeed. I know how much you guys are obsessed with seeing my feet, because that's basically all of me you get to see. That and my wonderful crotch. And I'm wearing black pants tonight, so you don't get a good look at the family jewels. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here for genitals. We are here for Hot Wheels. Man, I hope you guys are having a good one. Let's, yeah, without further delay, we got 29 cars on the track. If you're not familiar with what this series is, it is the biggest loser. That's what I call it. The last car in. So basically every round that the car win. I am fucking having a stroke. Hold on, I'm getting out of myself. I gotta get my phone and all that set up for my chats. You guys can clip me having an absolute fucking stroke just now. I recommend it personally. So the idea behind the biggest loser is all the cars we own that are up to the racing tasks are currently on the track. Whoever wins is out. They are locked in on that position. So let's just say the Fiat 500 wins this first round. They hold that winning spot for the rest of the game, right? And then once we reset, the next person that wins, they're number 2. So we're trying to see who the biggest loser is of the series, of the collection. So essentially when it comes down to the last driver on the track who has not placed yet, that will be the biggest loser. That's the idea anyways. Let me get everything situated here. My brain is not currently functioning. No, please no. Hootie in the blowfish. No. Okay, there we go. I got my new thumbnail up over on the YouTube. Hello Tori. Hey Matt. But yeah, I've got the new thumbnail set up courtesy of Ellis Drew to all my future VOD watchers watching. They are linked in my video description. If you would like to get thumbnails made by them, I highly recommend it. You're here for the genitals? Hell yeah, hell yeah. But without delay, let's go ahead and get started. And again, that's 29 cars on the track. Let's find out who the biggest loser is. Oh, also, we have made a slight upgrade. You can't really see it too well. You can kind of see it over there. We have a nice little rug now for it to sit on. It looks really good. We were hoping you guys would be able to see it more, but sadly that is not the case. But still, nice addition. Looks nice. You kind of got the little checker markers in the corner. But we'll keep making improvements over time. I'm like, I'll get bungees, I'll get bungee cables. I'm working on it. All right. I got more pressing things to deal with than bungee cables. But again, let's go ahead and get into the first round of the biggest loser. And if you didn't understand my very poor explanation of what this series is, don't worry, it'll make sense as time goes on. Big car pileups here. The Speedtail currently getting pit. A lot of cars. We have our first one out. That is the Aston Martin Classic, followed by 2 others. The Quattro with a beautiful reverse recovery, resulting in a near spin out. But oh, and we have a technical stoppage on the track. We do have cars going over the guardrail, so we're going to go ahead and get them reset. We're going to adjust our guardrail a little bit here. And this is why we need bungee cables so bad. But yeah, we'll get everyone all steady spaghetti. I don't know what happened with some of these drivers. We had the T12 Fantasy right over the line. It's a whole cluster, you guys. We're still figuring it out. You see, these drivers, they drive dirty. They drive hard, but they drive dirty. They will use any little advantage they can get to get ahead on the track. But so we've already got a couple drivers out for this round. I don't know where I put the remote. It's by my foot. Let us resume round 1, shall we? Bungee cables on the budget. Exactly. Alright, we're going to 2 miles per hour. T12 getting a little stuck there again. A lot of fishtailing going on that backside. Several cars going down, with the Lamborghini being the last. The Mitsubishi, the Speedtail, the Aston Martin almost going down there. Oh, I missed the follow. Oh no. Oh, everyone's falling off. BMW going down now. We've got a little bit of action here. Quite a few cars leading the pack. The Nissan Silva in trouble. They go down. We've got the Tesla Roadster currently stuck in a pit between the Nissan Leaf and the Aston Martin Vantage. They're going bumper to bumper. And of course we have the T50 up there stuck in a pit with the Ford Mustang Classic. We're going to 3 miles per hour. Oh, and down goes the Fantasy T12, followed by the T50. It is not a good night for the T-Series. The Koenigsegg Jesko fighting for position. A beautiful spin recovery. The Tesla Roadster now completely sideways. They are not having a good night for those plastic wheels. We're going to max speed, though. We're going to 4 miles per hour now. And honestly, this might be going into overtime. We got 30 seconds on the clock as of now. And we might have to do a quick reset here and going into overtime. Now the Aston Martin Vantage really struggling to stay on there, getting pushed off. They go down. Followed by the Tesla Roadster, the Nissan Leaf really struggling, and those three are out. We got the Fiat 500, the Fantasy High Voltage, the Ford Mustang Ford RS3000, Lotus S1, the Ford GT, and the Koenigsegg Gemera currently still in the race, and that is going into overtime. I missed a follow, so give me 1 sec. I'll go see who our new peeps is. Hi, King Field. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. You believe in the yellow-looking car? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I missed so much chat. Oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright, so we're going into overtime. The way that overtime works is we jump right to max speed after a full reset. And if all cars are still on the track, the car with the highest position will be taking the victory. We don't always end, and I'm going to adjust that guardrail just a little bit. Alright. We don't always end in a overtime, but it does happen fairly often. But without delay, let's go and hop on into it. So we got to vote for the yellow car. Quite a few red cars on the track. Lotus S1 slowly, quickly goes down, followed by, oh, quite a few vehicles, and technically that is the Fiat 500 win because the high voltage was stuck on the guardrail, resulting in a disqualification. Your champion for the first race is the Fiat 500. What a beauty. Yeah, that's our first winner. The high voltage just trying to play dirty. Thought we wouldn't catch him. Alright. So 28 cars left in the series. What are you guys thinking? I did not expect getting Curry. Hell yeah. Me when the Hot Wheels are hot. Real. Oh, were you banking on the Fiat? Were you banking on the Fiat 500? Hell yeah. The correct choice. Sometimes I just like to start them from like the far back and just let them drive themselves up to the finish line. It's also kind of fun to watch them bounce. Ooh, helps if they're facing the right way. I also like that it kind of adds like an element of randomness too, like where they're gonna be positioned. Just this, I cannot get it right with this guardrail. Because you don't want it too far off, but you also want it nice and tight. Here we go. You know, I was on the phone with my sibling, and I was kind of scoping out some of my Hot Wheels cars while we were chatting, and I'm like, damn, some of these cars are looking a little beat up. They got little scratches and shit on them from getting flung around on this treadmill. I'm like, why are they getting beat up? I say as I ram them into each other. Yeah, maybe I won't do that. But yeah, we got to do this series last time, and one of these guys, these aren't really made for the race because, so let me give you guys some backstory on these. Now this is the exception. This is a off-brand Hot Wheel that's called the Pink Slips. Really, really good brand actually. Makes very, very nice die-cast cars. But the problem, here I'll get this guy as an example too, is the Pink Slips has rubber wheels. For some reason, the rubber wheels will grip too much to the track, and they can't like keep the same speed. Now the Pink Slips isn't the worst offender because it is light, but these guys, they're like a specialty class of Hot Wheels. They come with rubber wheels, and they're all over the place. They are usually the first to go down. Like this was the winner of the Biggest Loser contest, was this Lotus S1. And yeah, no, so that they're essentially not allowed on the track anymore because their weight, they pull so hard on the yarn. I love that I'm using yarn to set this up, and the way that I'm keeping it held down, I've got it tied to water bottles. I've got a water bottle for the left and one for the right, and that's how I'm keeping this like together. Lurkin, I'm taking high dice for the walkies. Enjoy your walkies. Thank you for keeping me up to date on the wig situation. Okay, I think all drivers are present. Let me double check here. And pull up my pants. Welcome back from ad dinner. I think we are all set for the next one. Let me do a quick count to make sure that we are good. We should only have 28 drivers left on the track. We started with 29. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Alright, cool. We're good to go. Try as I might, they do kind of just, they get flung off the back of this thing pretty regularly. I was about to adjust them, and then I was like, no, absolutely not. Alright, nice easy start. We're going to just jump them to 1.4. They've had their culture shock for the evening. They're like, oh man, here we go. The Fiat 500 beat everybody. This is entirely unacceptable for these drivers. And they'll be damned if they're going to make the Fiat 500 make them look bad. We're going to 2 miles per hour. Might have our first crash out. The Lotus Classic. Oh my god, it's a mess. Oh, what a cluster and a half. Quite a few cars in the front there trading paint. The Nissan Leaf barely surviving, holding on for dear life. Absolutely pushing it into a technical stoppage. Now we do have to make a quick adjustment here. The Audi Quattro. Oh, the Tesla Roadster. That was technically cheating, but we're gonna give them some leniency on this one, and we're gonna go ahead and call for a technical stoppage because this guardrail is getting smacked. So we'll go ahead and tighten him up some more then. There we go. That should keep it in line. It's always the left guardrail. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is they like about it, but it is always the left guardrail. Yeah, anytime we have any kind of malfunction on the track, like the guardrail is getting pushed too far off to one side, we do a technical stoppage just to keep everything from not getting damaged. The underdog moment. Told Blue loses a lot, but I'm still rooting for her. It depends which Blue. Most of the Blue drivers aren't bad. This one has a kind of a poor track record. This is the Lamborghini Centenario. Yeah, I always just call it the Lamborghini because it's the only Lamborghini we have. But yeah, it has a rough track record. I'm not even going to lie. But we're going to 2.4. Yeah, our Blue racers right now are the T12 Fantasy and the Audi Quattro. Audi Quattro and T12, very good track records overall. The Aston Martin, kind of a middle of the road racer. They're kind of a wild card. They're not really sure where they want to go yet. They're still feeling out the track, but they're gonna have to figure it out quick because we're going to 3.3 miles per hour now. Big spin outs for the T50, followed by the Vantage. The Quattro with an absolutely disgusting recovery. Very common play, but they do go down, and we are left with both of the fantasy cars, the High Voltage and the T12 Fantasy. We're going to max speed, but I could already see how this is ending. 30 seconds on the clock, and we're going into overtime. Making sure I didn't miss nothing. Larky's as well playing Avowed. Okay, nice. I hope you enjoy your Avowed. Oh, I've got allergies right now. I always have allergies like the nanosecond I hit go live. I don't know what it is. It's so annoying. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's overtime, baby. So, rules of overtime, if you're new here, we got 60 seconds on the clock, jumping straight to max speed. And then from there, if both racers are still on the track, then whoever holds the higher position will be the winner. Both of these drivers seem to favor the left side, so we're going to make them work for it. We're going to start them on the right, and we shall see who the winner of this next round is going to be. Immediately, both of them push into that left. The high voltage trying to spin out the T12, but the high voltage could lose it here, and the high voltage takes the second W of the evening. So our current winners are the Fiat 500 and the high voltage. Let's get them all steady spaghetti. I was looking at some of their wheels too. Usually what will kill like a Hot Wheels ability to roll properly is the little metal spokes that the wheels sit on will get bent, because I mean they are so thin that it's such like a common spot for them to get damaged and not be able to drive anymore. That said, I don't know if the wheel getting like severely bent will fully take them out. I know I saw a really nice Pagani Huayra in a bin at Walmart. I was getting Hot Wheels for my birthday. That was my big birthday present. Victoria had to sit there and play on her phone while I dug through a Hot Wheels bin. And I found a really sweet Pagani Huayra. I picked up the packaging, I looked at the wheels, and one of them was like bent so bad it was like touching the top part of the car, and I was like, oh, that sucks. Because I always had the intention of getting them to do this. This was always my end game, was to do Hot Wheels races. Oh, man. I cannot believe one of the biggest underdogs, though, in our series, the Fiat freaking 500, bro. This derpy little car is the one that won the first race. That's just crazy to me, dude. They have had such an interesting record. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. They're making me reach for it. A shame for the T12, too. Interesting to see both fantasy cars going at it like that. No love between like-minded cars, you know? I almost put the Fiat 500 back in the lineup. So, 2 cars are out, 27 should be in. Let's get our count done. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. We're missing 1, I believe. Stand by, unless I did my count wrong. I did not. We're missing the DeLorean. And that is why we keep count. Alrighty. Let's get it. My money on this race, I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Ford GT. That's the one I think that's winning. I really put all the yellow cars like right next to each other. I'm going right to max speed. I want them to feel the pain. Big crash and a technical stoppage immediately called there. Honestly, that might just need to be a full reset. The guardrail got pushed out so quickly. Oh my god. Okay, that might have been too much. Starting him at max speed out the gate. Whoopsies. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. Yeah, we'll just do a hard reset. I tried to stop him, but like at max speed, there was no stopping that. There were so many cars that went down when I wasn't looking at this rail getting absolutely fested onto the side. Honestly, I may end up redoing this left side guardrail in the future. I mean, once I get the bungee cables, I won't have to worry about it so much. But this one has always had the tendency of being too far to the left. I think if it was more so center right here, that would kind of help with the pushing the guardrail against the sides of the treadmill, because there's these little gaps along the sides of it, and when they get stuck in it, they have 2 wheels on and 2 wheels off, so it's just like only 2 of the wheels are actually turning. That was pure freaking chaos, dude. The setup for the biggest loser is always like so long too, because you gotta get them all on the track, gotta do your count, gotta be thorough, make sure no one's jumping the lines. Alrighty, so I think that's everybody, but we'll go ahead and get our count. Make sure there are 27 drivers still on the track. So we got, okay, you cannot be trusted to be in the front, got it. Alright, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. We're good to go, baby. So I'll with these bigger races, we'll just take it easy on them in the beginning. We won't go right to max speed. Oh, the Ford GT having problems. No, my boy. My boy, no. I done picked the wrong horse in this race, and we're going to 1.4. 1.4 freedoms per hour. Quite a few cars going down, including the fan favorite Audi Quattro. We're going to give him a little nudge here on this left side. I'm going to kind of hold that guardrail in place. Dude, it is on one. So we're not going to do a full reset. I'm going to do a brief technical stoppage to adjust this guy because we're having a lot of issues with him tonight. A lot of cars pulling to the left too, so we're going to go ahead and get another sheet of paper and offset that left side a little bit. Here, we'll just use a little paper towel. What I'll do is I'll take like a sheet of paper. In this case, we're using paper towel because I don't know what happened to the printer paper, but we'll fold it 2 times. Usually, sometimes I'll do 3, usually just 2. And that little bit of height difference can offset the treadmill a bit to keep them a little more balanced, a little less all over the place. And then we'll take a look at what's going on with this guy. I think he does just need to be more like right here. There we go. With the addition of the new rug as well, I kind of figured there was going to be some issues with them pulling left or right, but there's a lot of left pulling tonight, so I think it was warranted to offset this guy a little bit on the left side. But without delay, let's hop back on into it. I do apologize for the brief technical difficulties, but I think it'll be alright. Big spin out there. Oh my gosh, absolute pandemonium. We're left with 5 drivers on the track. We have the Koenigsegg Jesko, the Bugatti currently stuck in a pit with the T12, clearly upset about that last race. The Aston Martin Classic, GB4T, I think is what it's called. I just call it the Aston Martin Classic. And the Lotus Classic as well, their little F1. So, looks like drivers are pretty locked in on their positions. We're going to go ahead and go to 4 miles per hour. Incredible performance from the Jesko, just max speed, not even phased up there in the front. Honestly impressive. I don't think, there's not many cars that can hold that position for that long. But we got 30 seconds on the clock before we go to overtime. Oh, we got some action here. The Jesko spinning out and taking the Lotus down with it. We probably got about 20 seconds left on the clock. And then we're going into overtime, baby. And that is it. We are in overtime. I always forget my overtime rule. You can't touch the cars until it's out of overtime. I do apologize for that. Breaking my own rules. Alright. So, let's go ahead and start the overtime race, shall we? And we're going right to max speed. Let's get it. Let's go. A lot of pulling to the left already with the T12. Trying to get settled. The Bugatti putting a little pressure there. Big spin out from the Classic. Can they recover? No, they cannot. 50 seconds left on the clock. The Bugatti stuck in a pit with the T12. The T12, a fairly heavy vehicle. Would not be surprised if they can maintain this pit, but the Bugatti will take the win here if they cannot break away from that. Slowly getting pushed back, though. Very surprising here that the T12 cannot maintain it, and the win does go to our nice little cherry red Bugatti. wherever he went, he's disappeared into the void of cars. Winner number 3. Yeah, let's get them all set up nice and organized over here on my left side. Alrighty, on to the next race, shall we? Man, it's getting hot, y'all. Today was pretty warm. Like, not like... no, I take it back. I gotta iron my clothes tonight, you guys. See, like, I'm just mentally all over the place tonight. I need to, like... Let's circle back to the weather. Let's focus on the weather. You know, it actually hasn't been too bad. We woke up this morning, I think at like 7 a.m. It was like 54 degrees outside. I was like, damn, it's cold. And then I took more of the blanket from Victoria, and I got nice and warm. You know, it's a dog-eat-dog world out here. Oh, I see as I break my Hot Wheels. Yeah, there's a couple other series ideas I've been wanting to do, but I had so much fun with The Biggest Loser, and I feel like, obviously, you know, whoever's the biggest loser is the biggest loser. I'm not going to change my mind on that, but because we did have one of these show cars, I don't really know what to call them, so I'm just going to call them show cars, that aren't really fit for racing due to the rubber wheels, which I'm, again, so surprised that the increased weight and the rubber wheels wouldn't give them an advantage, but it just doesn't. They're just, at least not with the yarn guardrails. Now, again, once we get our upgraded ones, that could possibly change, because one of the biggest reasons for them not being in the series is the weight differential, right? Like, so these guys, you know, they bounce off the guardrails pretty decently, you know, like, it's not too bad. But just because of these guys' weight, they hit it so much harder, and as well as that lip on there, he got stuck on it. Here, I can show you it happened at that side, or a little too quick. Yeah. But yeah, you guys get the idea. It's just something to kind of keep an eye out for. But we have 26 drivers left. After we get these guys lined up, we'll do our final count. Make sure everyone's good to go. I say as the Porsche is actively trying to cheat. Nine. There is no cheating here. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Let's get it. Round number 4. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to Tuesday Hot Wheels stream. I'm sorry it started so late. Well, you know, it happens, though. It happens. We were hanging out with mi madre. Had a good time. Get some good Mexican food. I wanted cheese dip, but I'm starting my new job tomorrow, and I think the cheese dip could have hurt my tummy potentially. A lot of fishtailing. We got like group fishtailing here going on. The Lotus Classic taking down like 5 cars with it. The Ford GT, the Porsche, too many others going down here, including the Nissan Silva, the Lamborghini, the Roadster. We're not even that high a speed yet, you guys. The Leaf almost taking out the T50 there. Still might finish the job. The Lotus S1, now that some of the chaos has subsided, getting back up there in a nice comfy spot. Definitely seems like offsetting it ever so slightly with the paper towels. That did help a bit. We're going to go ahead and jump to 3 though, or 2.9, yeah, there we go, 3. The Leaf and the T50 do go down. The Mitsubishi with a massive spin out. The DeLorean not having any of it though, with a beautiful recovery there. RS2000 almost breaking away from the Aston Martin there. Not sure what their play is. The T12 attempting to do the same. And we're going to max speed here. 30 seconds on the clock for this to finish. And then we're going into overtime. Solid racers left on the track here. Definitely not some surprising faces. The only one I think I'm really shocked to see is the 73 Honda Civic. Straight chillin' though with the T12, kind of keeping him nice and anchored against that left side. The RS2000 trying to get ahead with the Aston Martin, but kind of settling into a nice comfy spot there. Always nice to see no one stuck in a pit, because that does cause quite a bit of damage to those wheels, and we're going to go ahead and put it into overtime. Hi Saucy, how are ya? Thanks for popping in, homie. green car superiority. My green cars have sold. I know. The green cars did not stand a singular chance. I promise I'm not ignoring you guys over there on the Twitch and the YouTube. I want to be able to give you guys the play-by-play of what's happening. I feel like if people watch these streams enough, they'll get to learn the car names too, and I want to like jazz it up as much as possible, but you know, only so much I can do. But let's go ahead and hop into this next one. And again, with overtime, they got 60 seconds on the clock. Starting now at maximum speed, we're going to see how things play out here. The DeLorean with a massive spin out. They go down, followed by the Classic. This too many to name, including the Mustang. We have the two blue cars here. Blue cars have 35 seconds left on the clock. We are left with the Audi Quattro and the T12. Very heavy-hitting vehicles. Neither of them willing to compromise here. Both settling nicely onto that left side. And once again, I'm very happy we offset that weight a little bit with that paper towel. I don't know if we'll need more printer paper. I don't think we will, but if it becomes a problem, like obviously we'll keep offsetting it. And that got 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it goes to the Audi Quattro by a whole wheel. Now it is like the tiniest difference. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, so I'll keep them together here as best I can. This is essentially what they were looking like. Right about there. Yeah, the Audi Quattro by the tiniest margin. The Audi Quattro also having a very, very solid track record. I think I am actually going to offset it a little bit more. Thank you for the hydrate, though. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and redeem that now with my big old water jug. Look at this bad boy. Not much left, actually. I drank like half a gallon of water yesterday. It was more water than I'm more water than I'm used to. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What am I doing? I'm screwing up. We gotta get some stream avatars on the track. Stand by. My brain's like, Stardew Valley, it's the same thing. Looking forward to trying out that new job tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. I think it's a place I'm gonna really enjoy working. The drive's not great, but it's like, I don't know. I like working a job that I can feel proud of doing, if that makes sense. And Stream Avatars is a chug jug. Oh, you know me too well. All right, where is it? Where's my Stream Avatar source? There they are. There the boys. All right, here we go. Hi Twistai, hello, hello. My beloved. We're doing the Biggest Loser series. Currently 4 cars have won a race. I like my message. I didn't even see you did that. Oh my gosh, another hydrate. All right. It's time for some more chug jug. I don't know if I could chug all that. I had a very big dinner. You're like, chug it, boy. I have all the Fritos points. Hey Google, how do you clean up throw up on a treadmill? It just comes back with a, I don't know, dog, you're gonna have to figure it out. The T12 must be very upset though after their performance tonight. Let me let you guys get a good look at him. Must be very frustrated with their performance tonight though. They have been in second place in 2 races, losing not just the 3rd place but the 4th as well. Hopefully they can get it together though. I was not betting my money on anything like the Fiat 500 though winning that first round. That was pretty crazy. I ain't even gonna finna gunna, honestly. Real and real peeled. Yeah, we had a nice dinner. I I really wanted cheese dip, dude. I fucking love Mexican restaurant cheese dip. I mean, really cheese dip anywhere. Maybe not. They're like the can, like the jarred stuff at like Publix and Walmart. That shit's kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie. It's better to get it like from the actual like proper can. That cheese dip's pretty good. Um, but yeah, let's get all these boys on here. All right, so 4 cars are off. Let's see here. I gotta do some quick math in my head here. So what's 4 minus 29? That'd be, dude. I'm having an actual. Bro, what is wrong with me? I think I need to go to the hospital, dude. My brain is not working tonight. Although I don't know, I've been really like spacey the last couple of days in general. I don't know like what my malfunction is, but there should be 4 drivers out, 25 on. Canned fresh from the Mexican restaurant, exactly. Right from the Mexican restaurant tree. That's where the best cheese dip comes from. So, 4 cars off, 25 on. Let's go and get our count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. We are good to go. Just to add insult to injury, we are also starting the T12 at the rear of the pack. While these drivers go, I am going to get our music reset. Unless, okay, nope. Okay, there's things are happening. Oh, wow. It's like watching a car crash in slow-mo. Okay, well, wait. I'm going to 1.9 miles per hour. Quite a lot of action happening on this first race, though. Beautiful recovery there from the S1, but will it make any difference? And a nasty little car pile up there on the left and the right side. Several cars stuck in a pit. And it just keeps getting worse. How long can they keep this up? Cars going over like it's Niagara Falls. The Leaf having quite the time there. And we are left with 8 cars on the track. And we're going to go ahead and go to 3.1 miles per hour. Big fishtail there from the DeLorean right into the Nissan Leaf. And a beautiful recovery from the Leaf. The Porsche goes down. The RS2000 goes down. We're going to max speed. The Leaf joining on that left side. Now we are left with the classic 69 Mustang and the Nissan Leaf. Who's it going to be, folks? We'll find out in about 20 seconds here. And we're going into overtime. Now, very surprising to see the 69 Ford Mustang still on the track here and the Nissan Leaf. That's why I love the Biggest Loser series. When you have everybody on the track and you start picking cars off here and there, you just end up with the most interesting winners on the track because you're getting rid of so many back-to-back that could be good or could be shit. And just sometimes they just win. Sometimes they just win, but that's it. We're going into overtime. Part of the rules, and I violated this earlier. I don't think it would have made any difference, but we don't touch the cars on the track until it comes to a stop when it comes to overtime because you never know. They could go flying off. They still got to come to a complete stop all on their own now. The Leaf preferring the left side and the Mustang prefers the right. So we're going to put them on opposite sides, make them work for it, make it difficult on them to go where they want to go. I think I need to start drinking green tea again. You know what? That's probably why I've been such an airhead lately. I bet it's because I haven't been drinking tea. Y'all, I need to get back on my green tea grind because I had coffee, but it like borderline gave me an anxiety attack. I think that's all it is. I think I just need a little caffeine. But without further delay, let's see the thrilling conclusion of race number 5. Going right to max speed. As soon as we hit it, we got 60 seconds on the clock. The Nissan Leaf pulling hard to that left side. The Ford Mustang telling him, get out of here, bro. And the Leaf does take the win by a fraction of a fraction. I need to see the replay on that one. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. Friendly reminder as well if you want to see instant replays, feel free to head on over to the YouTube stream, as YouTube's streaming stuff is incredibly outdated and very poor performing. So there's a nice little delay. So you guys will be able to see a replay of everything that happens over there as it happens. Oh, but yeah, the Mexican restaurant. So yeah, I really want a cheese dip, and Victoria was like, absolutely not. But she got a horchata, so I had to, drink like, just a little bit of horchata, like just like half of it, just like a tiny bit. And our waiter was taking our stuff, and he looks at me and he's like, "Do you want a horchata for the road?" And I was like, "Oh," but I couldn't say yes because I have to be in shape. Y'all, I have lost so much weight this year. I started the year off at it was like around 280. I want to say, like, if I was at 280, it wasn't for very long. It was like high 270, and I hit 257 recently. So I've been crash dieting. I've been going like crazy on like fasting and shit. So I've been doing everything I can to drop fat and not muscle, right? So like one of my days where I was doing like my fasting stuffies, all I had that day was a banana, a sip of orange juice, and chicken thigh. That was it. That's all I ate that whole day. And I went for a walk, like a mile-long walk, and then I went and played basketball like an hour later. So I'm sure I lost a lot of calories that day. Oh, my apologies. We are not ready. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm on autopilot. Alrighty. So 5 cars are off the track. That means 24 are still on there. Sorry, I was snorkeling. Alright, so let's get our count done. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22... Wait, did I do my... Are we missing 2 drivers, really? We are missing 2 drivers. Okay, you win. Alrighty. Now everybody is present. Let's go ahead and get into race number 6. And full disclaimer, I am keeping track of all the winners off to the left side here, so we're going to get to see the exact score at the very end of the series. And we're going 2 miles per hour. A lot of weight getting put on that left side guardrail. That could be dangerous. Already got our first couple of racers off, though. A lot of drivers going down there. Every single driver in is on that left side. Ford Mustang just kind of bouncing around, having a good time. Not really even here, to be honest. Clearly upset that they lost that last race. I would be too, Ford Mustang. You had it, bro. And we're going to max speed, followed by a spin out. Tries to take the 73 Civic. They're not even bothered. Currently in reverse. 2 drivers in reverse, actually, and we got 30 seconds on the clock. And then we're going into overtime. And that is it. We're going into overtime here. Wait for our drivers to come to a complete stop. So, interesting play here, though. We had the T50 there kind of anchoring. The 73 Civic's not even bothered. He's off in his own little world. I don't know what he's up to. Pretty impressive, though. He managed to do a full lane swap like that in reverse after getting snagged by the Mustang. Very, very good play on their part. But we have kind of an interesting setup here. So we have the Lotus Emira followed by the Lotus Classic and the T50. And because this is an F1 car, the Jesco was actually lodged in the space between the wheels. Very smart tactic on their part. Now, all these drivers seem to prefer that left side. So we're going to go ahead and start them all from the far right, baby. And the Lotus Classic cannot be trusted to start at the starting line. So they will be put in the back. And let's see how our overtime race goes here. 2 massive stallouts there. The Honda Civic and the Lotus go down. We are left with just 3 cars. We're going to max speed, though. Little fishtailing there going on. The Lotus goes down. The Jesco goes down, and the T50 takes the win. Very pretty car, too. Alright, that is race number 6 all done. We'll get all of our races ready to go here. Yeah, it's weird. So, you know, you'll have series races where, you know, you'll do blue versus red, orange versus yellow, or like, I did one, it was like the American series, where we raced all the American cars together. Plot twist, I only have like 5 American cars out of all of these, and they're all Fords, except for the Tesla Roadster. The Tesla Roadster is the only car that we have that isn't a Ford American car. Because we have 2 Ford RS2000s, one in red and one in green, and then we have the classic Ford Mustang and the Ford GT. Now, I do technically have another 2 more American cars off to the side here, but they are ineligible on this track due to just technical difficulties with their vehicles. Alrighty. I posted a new video today. It was kind of a shit post, though. Come here, you little bastards. They're like, no! We don't want to race anymore! We just want to sleep, please. Yeah, I made a shit post today with Stardew Valley. It was Stardew, but I have crippling depression and can't get out of bed, and that's it. The whole video is just my character staying in bed for an entire day. So 6 cars are out. That means 23 cars, I believe. Yep, we are left with 23 cars. Just double checking that. Welcome back. So, we got 6 cars out, 23 cars in. Let's go ahead and get our count done. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. We're missing somebody. Haha! The Nissan Silvia. So he's black. The rug's black. He blends in. That's why we couldn't find him. But let's get into race number 17, shall we? If my remote works. There we go. We'll give him a sec to get settled here. I can't believe I put him at max speed one time and it just completely fell apart. Although it seems like it's falling apart already. We already have 4, 5, 6 drivers off the track. A massive rear end there from the RS2000 to the Lamborghini. Completely uncalled for, personally, but that's Hot Wheels racing for you. And we're going at 2.5 miles per hour. Them wheels are screaming. The Porsche getting pitted by the Silvia goes down, followed by 5 other cars. The Mitsubishi going down as well. The Classic going down. The Gemera. Who's our next victim going to be? Massive spin out for the Jesco. Almost recovered there at the end. The T12 and the BMW currently stuck in a pit together. The Ford GT. This might be their race. This might be it. 73 Honda Civic messing around in the back. We're at max speed though. Aston Martin Advantage does go down. They cannot maintain. The BMW and T12 as well. Massive spin out for the Ford GT and the Fishtail. The McLaren Speedtail. I always call it the Fishtail. The McLaren Speedtail takes this victory. How was your walk? I don't know if I asked that already. So, 7 cars off, 22 on. Let's get the racers lined up, shall we? I hope it was good walkies. And Dr. Babies was, in fact, a good boy. The best boy, if you will. Oh, man. I have not ironed a shirt or pants in so long, and I'm terrified that I'm going to burn them. My trainer gave me quite a bit of stuff, y'all. I get, like, a little badge. I get little pins. I've got, like, a proper duty belt. It's so weird. I've never worn one. It's a very strange piece of article of clothing. It's got like a little holster on it too for radio, and I get nothing else because they know I'm a shit and I can't be trusted. Man, interviewing at a prison was a wild experience. I'm not gonna lie. That's I don't think I ever want to do that ever again. God, that shit was funny. Alrighty. Got 7 cars off, 22 on. Let me double check the backside here. There's always somebody. There's always somebody at the T12 throwing a tantrum that they've lost this much. Can you blame them? Yes, we can. We're going to go and do our count, though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. And we are good to get into race number 8. Annie is a horrible walking buddy. Big stall out there for the Lotus. Such a shame. But a very good run partner. Oh my god, yeah, because you can't tire that dog out. Very calmed down by Annie on walks. He's a professional walker. I don't remember here. I can do a battle royale real quick. I think our racers are kind of stabled out for a sec. I can do one. Oh my god. Absolute carnage behind me. Jesus. Oh, that was not the right one. Stand by. Okay, there we go. Now they'll duke it out. As I was saying, absolutely insane car pile up there. That was wild. Okay, back into it, shall we? Because I am much too lazy to reset at this point. So, we're going to go on up to speed here. Tesla Roadster, you get your little butt off of that front guardrail. We're going to 3.1 though. Let's see some nasty plays here. Lamborghini floating to the left. Massive car pile is up there on the left side. Quite a bit of fighting. We're left with the Lotus. The Koenigsegg Gemera almost taking itself out. Does take itself out. The Ford GT almost with the recovery of a lifetime. And the Lotus Gemera takes... Lotus Emira, my apologies. The Lotus Emira takes the victory, y'all. GG's. Faye the Umbreon wins the Battle Royale. I don't wanna be crying, puking and pissing and fighting and she died. Thank you so much for the raid, Kat. How are ya? I hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? Also, if you got a raid and run, no worries. And thank you again for bringing your community on over and trusting me with your peeps. We are currently doing a series I like to call The Biggest Loser. All racers that I have are put on the track. Whoever wins the race is taken out. And the races will continue to run until we are left with just 2 drivers. And the last driver to not win a race is dubbed The Biggest Loser. Currently we have 8 drivers out and 21 drivers on. So we're going to go ahead and get them all lined up here. They're rigged. Fredo's right, I know. Gonna go eat, so I'm going to lurk. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate the lurk. Enjoy your food. Ugh. There we go. Get everybody nice and settled in here. Here, let me see if I can finagle it to where I can do a battle royale on my phone every time, like, I want to do one. So I don't have to get up and go do it on the pooter. Get everybody lined up here. Hi, Varian. How are ya? Thanks for popping in over on the YouTube. I really appreciate it, friend. Oh, wait. Did Supercat figure out how to do the duel? I saw a command there. Was that what that was? Oh, okay, so that's how you do it. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so that's how you can fight each other. I think Kat's already gone though. I think she went to go get something to eat. Now, I will say I'm fairly certain I saw a car go flying under the weight here. So we might have one currently missing in action somewhere, but maybe not. All right. So 8 cars in, out. 20 cars in, or 21 cars in. Let's go ahead and get our count done. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. And we are good to go for race number 9. Nice clean start for everybody. A little bounce there. That was kind of fun. We're going to 2.1 though. Gonna put the heat on early. Quite a lot of action there. Almost called a technical stoppage, but the guardrail was able to recover. The Lamborghini with such a beautiful recovery taken down. Aston Martin rearing up the backside. Bouncing all over the place. He's having a good old time. He's not even trying to win. He's just having fun. And we're at 3 miles per hour now. A nasty spin out there for 4 different racers. We're left with just 4 now as well. We're left with the RS2000, the Koenigsegg Gemera, the Aston Martin Pink Slips, and the T12. Once again, the T12 fighting for that victory. We're at max speed, 30 seconds on the clock, and we're going into overtime. Big spin out there for the RS2000. Takes everybody down. They're playing 4D chess because they were the first one to spin out and they were the last one to go. Look at that. Look at that. Red car supremacy, baby. So, 9 cars out, 20 cars in. Let's get set up. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Been a bit since I've been in a stream. No. It's all good. As a multi-streamer, I understand, if you're here for the Hot Wheels and I'm streaming Banner Lord, and I have no expectations of folks, too. I just appreciate you guys giving me the privilege of your time, because it is very much so a privilege. And I thank you very much for it. But yeah, I'm doing good. I went and I got some nice Mexican food today with mi madre and my girlfriend and her husband. It was a lot of fun. My mom's husband, not my girlfriend's husband. That would be awkward. That is very fun. I said that very funny. But yeah, it was a good time. I got some fajitas. I got fajitas tapatillas. It was basically just fajitas with like chorizo mixed in. It was really, really yummy. It came with a guacamole salad, and I cannot have guacamole because I am not deathly allergic, but pretty allergic to avocados of all things. Yeah, a little fun fact about me, I cannot eat avocados. They will make me so sick. It took us a while to figure that out because early in my life, I ate avocados and it was no problem. Like, there was no issues whatsoever. And it was freaking me out because I had a C. difficile infection for a little while. And I ate avocados. I was like, oh my god, is it coming back? Am I sick again? And turns out it was just avocado. It was just making me like violently sick. It was so weird. But yeah, I can't eat those. So, fun fact. Just about to ask about the husband. Sounds so good. Yeah. Was Whitney there? What? No, it was just me, Mom, and Ed and Victoria. It was really fun. I win! Woo! Why are you getting censored on everything? What is happening? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, soy. Soy messed you up good. Let's hop back into the race, though. We're going to 2 miles per hour, 2.1. We pour one out for the soy allergens. The BMW all over the place. A beautiful attempted recovery. I was going to say a beautiful recovery. Several other cars going over the side. It's a massacre out here. The Lamborghini straight chilling up there in the front. The Ford Mustang throwing it in reverse and just straight chilling again. And in the rear, we got the T12, the Mitsubishi, the Aston Martin Vantage, and the Ford GT currently stuck in a basically 90-degree pit here. Very rough position to be in, especially now that we're at max speed. Can they recover? Almost. Almost did, actually. The Ford Mustang all over the track, trying to get under the Lamborghini skin, but can he do it? forcing himself into a pit there. I think they're going to try to run out the clock because they only got about 15 more seconds for this race to end. Light blue might have it here. If they can just outlast just a little bit longer, they can get it into overtime. And that is it. We're going into overtime, baby. Now, both drivers really seeming to favor that left side. That said, though, the Boss Mustang usually prefers the right, so we're going to go ahead and swap them. I'm going to let them finish out here. Now, a pit like this can usually play to an advantage. I've seen several cars pull wins this way, but only when it's to the back. When it happens this early, they kind of get stuck in that pocket. They can't really move each other until there's more cars being pushed. But usually what happens at the end, they'll get stuck in a pit like this, and they will just push them off. And they go off too, but they go off last. And that's what they're trying to do. Because if you ain't first, you're last. Something, shake and bake. Alright, let's get it. OT, baby. Right to max speed. Let's go. Lamborghini slowly falling behind here. Big spin out, and the Ford Mustang does take it for race number 10. Alrighty. So, 10 cars off, 19 cars in. Can't have the avocados. Yeah, they're clearly lovers. My weddings from the first map I caught just came to the door. Oh. Nice. Yeah, light blue. Been rooting for light blue since the start, I believe in her. Hi, I didn't even see you there, Ellis. How are ya? Thank you for popping in. Alrighty, so that was race number 10. Let's get set up for number 11. Quite a few winners tonight, though. A couple that were expected, a couple that really surprised me. I still cannot believe that this goober, this little derpy mother trucker right here, is the biggest winner of the night. They won the very first race we had. Absolutely wild to me that they managed to pull that off. Alright, get all of our driver's city spaghetti here. And I think I might... let's play this finish out and then we'll reset it to a different one. Something a little more hyped. Yeah, we have quite a few races left to go here to find the biggest loser of the evening. The last time it was this guy, but this is one of these show cars, as I'm going to probably call them going forward, that is not really built for racing due to the unreasonable weight they have and the rubber wheels. When we get the bungee cables, I think that might be reconsidered, but for now, they cannot race on this track properly. Alright, so we got, what was that, 10 cars out? Yep, 10 cars out, so there should be 19 in. Make sure there are no cars. Run away. Alright, let's do our count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, snap. Either I count them wrong or we're missing somebody. I see you're using the new thumbnail. Yeah, I made sure to drop you in the description too. Yeah, big shout out to Ellis Drew for helping me get my thumbnail game up and running here. Where is that last driver? Where'd they go? Did I just do my count wrong? Let's do one more game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Okay, yeah, we're good. I'm tripping. Alright, let's go. Hello, Jonathan Chinid. Oh man, we already got a little action there by the Porsche, almost getting taken out with a nice reversal recovery though. Make sure I'm all caught up on chat. Magic, can I talk? No, you're fine. We missed the hippie. Yeah, we miss hanging with you. Alright, let's get it. 2.1. We already got our first crash out with the Lotus S1. Green RS2000 soon to follow several other cars off the track now. A massive pit on that left side. That could be dangerous. That could be room for technical stoppage. We're going to have to watch that really closely here. We're at 3.1 currently, and we're going to go ahead and call a technical stoppage here. We're going to make sure no one goes flying off the back of the track because that is a dangerous position to be in. That's a lot of action on that left side. Thank goodness we offset it a little bit, but it honestly might need another little bit of an offset. They are really just ridiculous tonight with this left guardrail. So I don't feel like standing up and walking less than 3 feet away to get printer paper, so I'm just going to rip it right out of my journal here. I love this journal because I've taken so many notes from work-related stuff. It's like, oh yeah, here are the different kind of sprinklers and different ways to know if sprinkler systems are working properly and different fire extinguishers, and then I have all my Hot Wheels notes and shit too. It cracks me up. Alright, we'll do a little bit of another offset here. Just raise the height ever so slightly. Try to be as gentle as possible. There we go. Alrighty, that should help out a little bit. Let's hop back into it, shall we? We're going to jump him right to 1.8. Big stall out there from the Nissan with a beautiful recovery upon reaching top speed. Absolutely incredible recovery there. A lot of fishtailing with the Tesla Roadster. They both go down, though. We're going to 2.6. 4 cars struggling, 2 cars surviving. The Nissan Silva with a nasty spin out. The classic to follow. Several attempts at a recovery, though. You got to respect it. And we're left with 5 cars, so we're going to go ahead and go to max speed. Now the Jesco generally performing very well at these top speeds, but I just had to open my mouth, and it does go down. And we are left with just 3 cars now. The Porsche forcing the T12 off the track. What a dirty play. Not even phased by these higher speeds. All over the place, though. 20 seconds left. Can these guys finish it out? He is bouncing on that guardrail, though. I ain't even gonna finna, to be honest. Seems like he's handling it fairly well, and there he goes. And we're gonna go ahead and call that overtime. We might have already been in it. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We were probably already in overtime technically. So if he doesn't fall off the track in the next few seconds, yeah, he's fine. Yeah, we'll let him back in, just off of a technicality here. Now they all seem to favor that left side. So aside from maybe the Porsche, he was kind of all over the place though. But we're gonna start him off from the right nonetheless. We were in overtime though. We're going right to max speed, 4 miles per hour. And let's see how we do, baby. Immediately wanting to push to that left side. Dangerous play there. Quite a bit of paint. And that is a technical stoppage in overtime. The Porsche saved by the bell there. These 2 racers getting stuck into the pocket. We're going to tighten that up a little bit. That left side just having so many troubles tonight. We'll get them all set up though again. Let's go. The next time the guardrail does go over, just because we don't want overtime to drag on, we will be calling for disqualifications if that happens again in this overtime bout. 60 seconds on the clock. Big spin out for the 73 Civic. The Porsche and the T12 getting settled again. Very, very deja vu kind of vibes here. This happened previously with the Quattro where the T12 gets stuck on this left side pocket and they are not able to break out, and it looks like that's going to happen here. They got 30 seconds though to figure it the frick out. He just launched himself off the track. Yeah, they do that sometimes. I know the yellow has had such an interesting race. If they can hang on to that for about 15 more seconds, they will win race number 11. Can they do it, though? It's going to be close. They do technically, I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but they do technically have a higher position. And that is 3, 2, 1. That is it. The yellow Porsche, once again, taking a victory. Sorry, the T12 once again losing the victory in the exact same position. What are the odds of that? What a shame for the T12 again. We're talking the exact spacing of that is like this, you guys. I'm not exaggerating. He literally just could not get himself out of that left side pocket, and it is his undoing because the Porsche has been eliminated from the Biggest Loser competition. So without further delay, let's get set up for the next one, shall we? 11 racers out, 18 racers in. Let's freaking go, baby. It's so funny watching these guys go, and it's like, oh yeah, that's an $11 million car racing a $20,000 car. Like, not the fucking Fiat 500. Pulling a victory out of his butt like that. Yeah, I'm putting the Aston Martins together. Wait, where's the Classic? Is the Classic still in? Did the Classic? No, the Classic's still in somewhere. Wait, has he been MIA? I haven't seen the Classic in a minute. Did he win? Y'all, are we missing a car? Oh no. Oh dear. Let's see here. Welcome back from the edge break. I know, yellow! Yellow for the W! Sorry, Mr. Comment there for a sec, Varian. I do apologize. I try to be on top of it as much as I can. Yeah, so that's Team Yellow's first win tonight as well. We got quite a few red cars off the track already. There's 5 red cars that have already taken a victory. I don't know where the Aston Martin Classic went, because let's see here. There are 8, 9, 10, 11 cars off. There were 29 cars to start, so that means there should be 18 in total. But I know for a fact we're missing one. Need to run off and pop some headache pills, BRB. Okay, Fade. I hope your headache gets better ASAP. Y'all, I sincerely don't know what happened to this car. He's just gone. He has ascended to godhood, clearly. Or I'm just fucking blind and he's already on the track, dude. I am on one tonight, bro. Alright, let's get our count done. Jesus Christ. 11 cars out, 18 cars in. Let's see what we got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We are good to go for race number 12 as soon as I find my remote. Ugh. That's been bad, dude. I've had the worst brain fog the last couple of days. I don't know what my deal is. I'm a little worried starting a new job like this when I can't, like, think straight. But we're going to 1.8. Decent stability going on for the time being. The Roadster kind of keeping that Lotus Classic locked in. The Lotus Classic definitely responsible for quite a few crash outs this series. We're going to 2.2. The Aston Martins both fighting each other. The Ford GT taking out the green one. Oh my gosh, absolute. Just no loyalty whatsoever. We're left with 5 cars on the track. The Aston Martin Classic now showing, he's like, I'm here, dog. I'm here. You're good. But we're left with the Martin, the T12 once again. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, the Lamborghini Centenario, and the Ford RS2000 on that far right side over there. And we're going to go ahead and go to 3 miles per hour. We'll see what happens. T12 forcing. Oh my gosh, forcing the Mitsubishi into a pit. The RS2000 goes down as well. We're going to max speed, 30 seconds on the clock. This could finally be the T12's victory unless the Mitsubishi Lancer can hang on for the next 25 seconds. Now, when I unboxed the Lancer, man, I was so excited to see how I thought it was going to be a killer. I thought it was going to be so high performing on this track, and their track record has not been great. I'm not going to lie, guys. It has been less than stellar. Very sad to see it, too, from such a legendary car. And he may have met his match again tonight. Now, granted, I'm talking smack, and he's holding his own with a very high-performing vehicle historically, and that is the end of overtime. Ugh. I reached back and felt my little yarn, and there's like a part where it kind of grinds against the treadmill, and it's like super warm. So both cars seem to prefer that left side, so we're going to start them both from the right. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's get into overtime, shall we? Quite a lot of overtimes tonight. A big stall out for the T12. That was dangerous. Possibly intentional so they can take their left side quicker. or just try to get out of the way, because the Lancer just took themselves out of the race. Very short bout. The T12 finally getting the victory it has fought so hard for tonight. Congrats to the T12. All right, yeah. Oh. Here, we'll switch up the tunes real quick here. We'll get some more hype stuff on, because I'm falling asleep to this music. Am I right? There we go. Yeah, let's get some fun stuff rolling. Oh, man. There we go. Alrighty. We'll get it set up for race number 13, I believe we're on. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going through like mild caffeine withdrawal. Honestly, I shouldn't be too hard on myself. Because I was like, okay, you know, a good like dieting technique is drinking like black coffee. That can kind of help move things out quicker, like weight loss wise. And I tried drinking it, and oh my gosh, you guys, it felt like I was on a knife's edge with how bad my anxiety got in like a nanosecond. It was so instant, and I was like, okay, clearly coffee's not the move. But then I just stopped drinking green tea altogether for after having drank it like almost day for almost 2 weeks in total, like a day. But you guys see, yeah, you can hear it in my voice. I just cannot articulate my freaking thoughts tonight. I don't know what my deal is. It's very frustrating because the thoughts are in my head. I just can't get them out properly. 12 cars out. That would be 17 cars in. Let's do our count, shall we? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Let's get it, baby. Are these Hot Wheels from Chinhead's childhood, or were they bought with adult money? These are adult money Hot Wheels. 10 of these cars that you guys have seen race tonight are also from Loey Lane, so I really appreciate that. They've been really fun to race with. Quite a few of them are absolute butt kickers too. Little stall out there from the Lotus. Not surprising seeing from them though. No shade. It's just, you know, they have a reputation for not being the best. We are at 1.8 though. A lot of paint being traded in that back line. We're going to 2.4. Lotus falling back a little bit there. Big spinouts coming. Quite a few cars off the track already. This is going to be a short one, folks. We're already down to 5. It's about to be down to 3. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're going to max speed. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if we're going into overtime, shall we? We love the Loey car dealership. I know. Oh, man, the Gemera almost taking themselves out. The Vantage goes down. It is between the Koenigsegg Gemera and the Lamborghini Centenario. And we're going to go ahead and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is overtime. As long as they can hang out for the last few seconds here, they will be good to go. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just need some green tea, honestly. But not, obviously not this late at night. So, we're going to start them on the far right. Both cars seeming to favor the left side, so we like to make them work for it. We're in OT, though. Again, that is the Lamborghini and the Koenigsegg Gemera. We're going right to max speed with 60 seconds on the clock. Decent stability so far from both drivers. And the Centenario does go down. Beautiful attempts at recovery, though. You got to give them credit where credit's due. They did not go down there without a fight. And the Koenigsegg Gemera wins race number 13. Alrighty. Let's get set up for number 14, shall we? What a fun series. I always love doing this one. I always love yeah. Second time I've done this. I don't know, but I was thinking about after the last Hot Wheels stream, I was like, man, I'm kind of excited to redo that one. I even said it on the last one that this is going to be one that gets redone because we did have one on the track that was not supposed to be there, so it didn't really feel like a fair race declaring the car with the biggest, like most blatant disadvantage, the biggest loser, because they're not really fit for the series. I mean, you know, you compare cars like the Fiat 500 that have not had a great track record, but when they win, they freaking win, dude. So, 13 out, that means we got 16 in. So, let's get our count done. Let me do last checks here, make sure no one's missing before we count. Looks good over here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We're good. Let's get it. Race number, what is that, 14? I don't know. We're on a race. Going to 3.1. We're gonna put the heat on early. The less cars, the less chaos. So we gotta keep it nice and exciting. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise, that was brutal. 6 cars left on the track. We got the Tesla Roadster, Nissan Silvia, the Aston Martin Vantage Pink Slips, the Lotus Classic, the Tesla Roadster going sideways. Such a shame to see them go. We got the Classic Aston Martin and the Koenigsegg Just Go. Let's go ahead and top out speed here with 60 seconds, or my apologies, 30 seconds on the clock until we go into overtime. Car slowly falling behind here a little bit, not really able to maintain that speed. Now the Aston Martin Classic has a pretty solid track record with being able to maintain these speeds. Generally, a longer and wider body is what you're going to see on most high-performance racers. That kind of closed-in, shorter body does have trouble, but again, you get situations like with the Fiat that is the worst of both worlds, pulling a win right out of their butt cheeks. So you never know, but that is overtime, as long as these racers can stay on the track for the next couple of seconds. Opinions on the taste of green tea. I love green tea. I don't need anything in it. I just enjoy it. I love how gentle of a caffeine kind of buzz it gives you. It's always been kind of, as far as caffeine goes, I think I like it the most. Don't get me wrong. I'll tear up a Diet Pepsi. But no, I mean, like, green tea has always been kind of an easy pick for me. Kind of a nice, chill drink. And you can really spice it up a lot, too. Going right to max speed here. Not too often we get 5 cars in an overtime play. The Nissan Silvia goes down, the Jesco goes down, the Aston Martin Vantage goes down, and we are left, or sorry, the Aston Martin Classic. We are left with the pink slip Aston Martin Vantage and the Lotus Classic here with about 30 seconds left on the clock. With such a poor performance tonight, we might see a win here from the Lotus Classic. I say poor performance. They've honestly been a decent contender tonight. They've had some really rough races in the past, but when you have a Battle Royale style race like this, you never know who's going to come out on top. You really don't. And that, we'll give them about 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds on the clock. And that's going to be a win for the Lotus. Absolutely wild to see them pull a victory that early on. Yeah, we're going to a complete stop. And that victory is probably going to go to the Lotus tonight. Hell yeah. Congrats to our nice little Formula 1 car there. Very surprising win to see for them. And the Vantage does go back to the starting line for another go. We'll get all our racers up to the finish line. Honestly, or to the starting line, honestly, I'm not mad at the fact that that one got out so early because it did jump the railings quite a few times, and that was getting not annoying, I guess, but it was definitely like something I had to constantly be on the lookout for. Make sure the DeLorean's good to go. trying to get everybody congregated here. Whew. Okay, let's do our count here. We got 8, 12, 14 cars off, which I believe 15 should be on, so let's go ahead and do our count. Just kidding, I already see one's not on there. Rough performance tonight for the Ford GT. Generally a very high-placing car, same as the Tesla Roadster, but again, Battle Royale, you never know who's going to win until the numbers start dwindling, then you start seeing some more common picks winning. But let's go ahead and get our count in. We got 14 off, 15 on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Let's get it for race number 15. All right. Fewer cars means we start them nice and high. 2.3 miles per hour. Nasty spin out. Very rough round for the Lamborghini there. Big spin outs for the Silva and the S1 with many more to follow. Can the Ford GT? Nope. Absolutely screwed over by the BMW there. Dragged down into the mud. 4 miles per hour now, though. We're at max speed with 30 oh, maybe not. Does not seem like all drivers are settled, but now 30 seconds on the clock, and then we're going into overtime. This could be the redemption arc of the Mitsubishi. We might see a victory for them tonight. I had some black tea today too at my mom's. It tasted fine. It was just too hot for me. My tummy's very sensitive when it comes to kind of hot beverages, so I'm kind of careful with it. And 3, 2, 1. That is overtime. Fiat 500. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I can't believe that one won, dude. It's ridiculous. So, both drivers pushing to the far right, and we're going to max speed. That's the rules of overtime. Max speed, 60 seconds. If there are still two racers on the track at the end of those 60 seconds, then the one with the higher position will be the winner this evening. We're going right to max speed, baby. Big spin out initiated by the Tesla Roadster, and the Tesla Roadster does take a victory for race number 15. Well, we'll get our racers all reset here. Just grabbing a handful of diecast cars. No, I don't know. Like when I collected diecast cars as a kid, I always liked to imagine them doing big races like this, but I never could have even fathomed that this was an option. I mean, how long have treadmills been around? Could someone Google that when treadmills were first invented? Because I honestly don't know. I may have to Google that myself. So I believe we have 16 off, which means we should have 13 on. I can double check that though, I could be wrong. Or it might be 15 off, 14 on. Yeah, I'm gonna Google it, you guys. I want to see when the first treadmill was invented. (1818) Oh my god. Initially designed as a tool for punishment in prisons. Oh no. And now people use it for exercise equipment, and I'm over here like, yeah, I'm gonna use it for diecast cars. Imagine being the guy that invented a torture tool, and 200 years later, they have toy cars being raced on it. Wild. So we got, let's see here, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 cars off, so 14 cars on, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We're good to go for race number 16. Decent cars left on the track here. Very few actually bad vehicles, but we're going to 2.3 nice and early. We want them to feel the heat. We want them to feel that struggle. Aston Martin's clearly beefing with each other. The Ford GT does go down in the Aston Martin Classic with a beautiful recovery on that left side. only for the Jesco to almost take him out. What a nasty play that was. We're going right to max speed. 30 seconds on the clock. Quite a bit of overtime races tonight, though. I'm not going to lie. Really got to get those bungee cables. The Martin goes down. The Jesco, the Silva, the Honda Civic taking a victory there in the last few seconds of the race. What a stinker. And again, it's like we have seen historically from these race series that one of the most high performing like cars are cars like the Ford GT. Again, you have that wider stance, you have that longer body, but you just can't beat it. And you get little cars like these and that will absolutely stomp it into the mud, and it just kind of proves that you can have the perfect build and still just get stomped, you know? I'm going to start breaking up the Aston Martins, though. They have been beefing all night. Like, that wasn't just a little, like a little lover's quarrel. That was, like, a full-on fight there. I have never seen them go at it that hard. You would think cars that are similar would cooperate, but nah, man. No love on the track. If anything, they're really trying to adopt the Highlander rules of there can only be one. But 16 cars are off, which means 13 cars are on. Let's go ahead and get our count. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me double check that, actually. I like doing it by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. We're good to go, baby, for race number 17. We're going right to 1.9. Put the heat on early. Really, really good contenders still left on the track here. Big spin out for the DeLorean with the Lamborghini to follow. Who do you guys think will be the biggest loser? And that's what I'm telling you guys, the Aston Martins. Trading paint there, despite us breaking them up. The Porsche with a nice attempt at a recovery. Could not quite pull it off, though. We're going right to max speed. The Jesco, again, performing with such great stability there at the top. But they do, unfortunately, go down after not finding a pocket to hang out in. The RS2000, not able to take the heat, does go down as well. The Aston Martins both going wheel to wheel. Just absolutely nasty play here. 20 seconds left on the clock until we go OT. Oh my goodness. We got a little fallback there from the pink slips Aston Martin, almost going down, finally giving the Hot Wheels Aston Martin some breathing room, and that is going into overtime. Gonna let him come to a complete stop. Sometimes it's okay to pull them before they're quite done racing, but sometimes it's better to just, you know, get them off of there, get them rolling for the next one. I'm gonna break these two goobies up as much as possible because they have been on one tonight, dude. But without further delay, let's get in to overtime of race 17. We're going right to max speed, baby. The whole group just slowly shifting to that left side. Pink slips falling behind. The Mitsubishi going down. The Ford GT with a beautiful recovery attempt. And shocker, we are left with the Aston Martins. The Hot Wheels one not able to maintain pace. And this win goes to the pink slips Aston Martin. We'll go ahead and let them come to a nice complete stop here. Solid race there between those two, though. I don't know what happened behind the scenes when the races were still going, but this Aston Martin was not happy with its partner. Fun fact with these rubber wheels, too, they get warm. Like, they get a lot warmer than some of the plastic wheels do, which I kind of find funny. I really, so when I got this treadmill Um, walking pad. When I got this walking pad, I was a little worried, right? So I kind of compared and contrasted a lot of them. Walking pads generally only go to 3.8. This is the fastest one I could find that goes up to 4 miles per hour exactly. Excuse me. Oh, I got the burps from them fajitas, man. But I was a little worried. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way 4 miles per hour will be enough. And 4 miles per hour is like intense on these little diecast cars. Like they kind of struggle a little bit. I did not think they were going to have. I thought they were going to handle 4 miles per hour like it was nothing. But then I gotta always remember, like, they're at the end of the day they're cheap little diecast cars. You know what I mean? And these wheels aren't fixed either. You can see you can kind of squish the wheels a little bit. There's a little bit of give. I'm pretty sure. Dizzy, dizzy. Oh my god. 8, 16, 17. Oh my god. Y'all are ridiculous. It's my fault, really. I am the one that made this. I think it's 12. Yeah, 12 on the track. 2, 4, 6, 8. Dizzy, dizzy. Going to 1.7 for the Dizzy duet. Oh, there he goes. Oh, they do be crashing. Oh, big spin out from the Silva there. That was rough. Oh. Oh. And that is actually going to the Mitsubishi. We had to give the Ford GT a free pass. Such a shame to see them go. They were absolutely smacked around, just harassed that whole race. I don't know if you guys saw it, but that was just brutal. Fajitas are so good. I know, they were so yummy. That hot ass pan they bring out. But yeah, that on technicality, that goes to the Mitsubishi. The Ford GT held higher position there, but they threw it in reverse and they hopped that left side guardrail with their back right wheel popping right over it. They would have won. Such disgusting plays there. Several cars gunning for the Ford GT as well, especially with the Jesco, dude. The Jesco was fighting dirty to get the Ford GT out of there, but that win does go to the Mitsubishi. It shows that you can be the best of the best of the best, but you don't play by the rules, then you're cooked, chat. I've been playing my Project Zomboid run a good bit off stream. I've got a nice screenshot though. Y'all, I finished building my house. Well, finish is a strong word. There's still no floor, and I don't really have the utilities that I'd like to have. Now, I will say I got a mod recently for it because, so let me preface that. Clay is an absolute nightmare to get in Build 42. I'm really hoping they add some more vanilla options for getting it. Ugh. Yeah, I really hope they add some more options for getting clay in the future. But I actually managed to build three different pottery facilities. I've got an advanced kiln, a pottery workbench, and a pottery wheel. And I've been really wanting to make my own mortar and pestle from scratch, but I need sand. And I've been fighting. I had to like look up an area nearby I could get sand because it's kind of hard to find. And there's like a drag strip near where my base is. And I go over there, and I've like killed like 100 zombies in that direction, and I can't get to I'm like right there. I'm on the outside of the freaking drag race strip, and I can't get in there. And it's such a pain in the butt. But I believe all racers are on the track. We are 18 out, which means that we are 11 in. Yes, I believe 11 in. So let's get our count in just in case. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Let's get it for race number 19. This has been a really fun stream tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this Tuesday. I really appreciate it. Kind of pre-gaming for my job tomorrow. A little bit of back and forth here. Nothing too crazy, just some light brushes. The BMW tapped out, followed by the DeLorean, followed by the Aston Martin Classic with a nice recovery attempt. Couldn't quite bring it back, though. The RS2000 goes down as well. The S1 could be in trouble here, as well as the Nissan Silva. Both go down. We're left with 5 cars. We're going to punch it right to max speed. The Jesco and the Ford GT leading the pack up there in the front, the blue and the orange. Clearly upset about the last race. 2 titans of stability going at it. Such a nasty hit. And the Lamborghini takes the win by just hanging out. Sometimes all you got to do is hang out and you win. And the Lamborghini Centenario did just prove that to us. Just so much like back and forth smackdowns going on the track, and the Lamborghini just kind of staying in their lane, straight vibing. Y'all, should I go through these VODs and find some fun highlights? It really wouldn't be hard to do. I guess, I feel bad wanting to make highlights of these and like throw them up on like shorts on my TikTok and my Instagram and all that, and YouTube shorts, because you know, you guys, it's not like you can stay glued to the stream for every nanosecond. Okay. Yeah, I will. I feel bad because I know my mic quality isn't very good because I'm just using my headset mic. I usually use the Yeti, but it's not really an option. You kind of have to have a headset for this, especially with just how loud. You guys have no idea how loud this shit is. Those little diecast wheels get like very noisy when you get a bunch of them going, but we currently have 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 cars off, 10 cars on. Let's get our count in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But yeah, you know, I'll go through and I'll start watching some of these VODs. I'll make like little notes. My hope is that with my new job, I will have some downtime and I'll be able to go through on YouTube and rewatch some of these VODs. Now, the nice thing is I can cut out the moments where I'm just kind of sitting and talking. It's easy to tell when the cars are racing. You know what I mean? And that's when all the fun stuff happens. No, but thank you for the recommendation, Hippie. You're right, I should. So we're going to switch it up on them a little bit here, though. We're punching it right to maximum speed. Maximum carnage. I want to say carnage, but I'm like not meaning to make a pun. I'm really not. Big spinouts for everybody, and the Jesco was the last man standing. What a short race that was, eh? God, maybe we should do that for all of them. That was fun. Setup of like a minute for less than 10 seconds of a race. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, I think so my priorities are as follows for this setup. The first thing I want to do is get a bungee cable. I don't know about the headset mic. I don't really know if there's much else I can do about that. There might be some better options out there for a headset mic, but for now we're just using the HyperX headset, which I also recommend. Not sponsored. I love my HyperX, but you know, everyone's got their preferences. So we got 20 off, 9 on. Let's get our count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Let's get it, shall we? Alright, yeah, let's just do max speed again. That was kind of funny. A lot of spinouts here. The Ford GT could have it. The Ford GT finally gets eliminated. It's always interesting when you see cars like this that you know you've seen such a great history of performance and just struggling to place in a Battle Royale series like this. Alrighty, let's get our racers all set up again, shall we? We have quite a few colors left on this track too. Decent bit of diversity. We got 2 greens, straight chilling. So we got, how many is that? 16, 21 cars out, which means 8 cars are on. We do have 8 cars. We're good to go, baby. But yeah, my Zomboid run's been really, really fun. I got my little house built. I caught another really big fish, too. I finally got... Oh, 3 cars go down. Both of our green beans are out. Which car are you guys thinking will be the biggest loser? Who's it's going to go to here? Big spin out for 3 cars. We have a need for a technical stoppage here. The DeLorean has jumped the left side rail. Now, unless the Silva went down, that would have been a DQ, but the Silva managed to hang on. So we're going to give him another shot here. And due to the fact that we only have 2 drivers in, we're going to go ahead and just throw this straight into overtime, shall we? Right to max speed, 60 seconds on the clock. A little bit of fishtailing from both drivers here. The DeLorean with an attempted takedown. The Silva not even phased. Maybe a little bit phased. They were definitely phased. Awesome. And there's your winner for race number 22. Oh my god, that was funny. Not even phased. A little bit phased. Very phased. That was fun. That was so funny, you guys. You know, it's interesting with the racers that were left over. You would think that, again, the high-performing, good track record racers would have the best advantage here, but they just don't. We still have some pretty solid racers left on this board. Now, granted, if I were going to point out the lemons, it would probably go in order. The white Porsche 911, we have the S1 and the Aston Martin Vantage. The other 4, the RS2000, the BMW, the Aston Martin Classic, and the DeLorean, all pretty strong contenders overall. But yeah, I want to look into maybe getting a better webcam as well. So we're going to put the heat on early. We're going to go right to 3. Not quite 4, but 3 miles per hour should be plenty to get the ball rolling. Nasty little back and forth here. And we might not even be going into overtime. The Aston Martin heard me talking shit, and they pull out the win for race number, I don't even know what number we're on anymore. I think that was 23. I'm not sure. 8, 16. Yeah, that was 23. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Everyday men's on the block. Smoke trees. Oh my, I love that video. If you guys have never seen that, definitely do. I'm trying to, oh yeah, it's like Big Shaq. I think that's his name. I forget like what the name of the song is though. Really funny song. Let's go and send it, baby. Send it to maximum speed. The DeLorean getting a nasty 90-degree pit. Goes down. The BMW seeing how the Lamborghini Centenario managed to win 5 races ago with the tactic of just stay the hell out of the way. Listen, if it works, it works. Guys, we're down to just 5 cars. This series is almost over. What color are you guys thinking? Who's going to be our next winner, and who is going to be our biggest loser of the evening? We have left the DeLorean, the Aston Martin GB4T, the green Ford RS2000, the Lotus S1, and the Porsche 911 in white. What are you guys thinking? Let me know here in a sec. We're gonna see how it goes. In the meantime, I'm gonna spin this nickel on the track. Aw, hell yeah, dude. Let's go ahead and jump it up here. We're going to 2.5. We're going to give him a chance. We're going to give him a shot. We're not going to put the heat on super early. Invoke pure chaos, although the Porsche takes down the S1 with them. Absolutely unnecessary foul play. 4 miles per hour now. The DeLorean straight spinning. The green RS2000 is the last one to go off that track. I'm watching the instant replay. Absolutely beautiful. I mean brutal, sorry. Playing Overwatch and watching Silver. Oh, never mind. Yeah, so we're down. I think that's just, is that just 3 cars? Is that it? No, no, there's 4. We still need the Porsche. Yeah, so we got the white car, the blue car, and the 2 silver cars. There's the long silver one and the short silver one. Yeah, let's see who wins here. We're jumping right on up to 4. Let's put it on early. A lot of fishtail in there. The S1 trying to maintain the Porsche, not letting him have it tonight. And that does go to the Aston Martin due to a disqualification. You heard that correctly. To the DeLorean. They have jumped the guardrail, hence the lack of mobility on that side. Such a shame. If they hadn't jumped that railing, they would have won. They would have had it. Ugh. I'm going to switch up the tunes real quick. Ugh. Whew, it's toasty in here. It's not a bad thing. I'm getting ready for tomorrow, getting conditioned, you know. But yeah, we are left with just 3 cars, you guys, in our 29 car series. And what a series it has been tonight. We'll go ahead and start our boys off right here at the starting line, right where they're supposed to be. And let's hop into it, shall we? Now, fun fact, Lauren, 2 of the cars left on the track are yours. The white car and the silver car were both ones you got me. The DeLorean, a wild card indeed, right to maximum speed. The S1 trying to find that stability. The Porsche attempting the takedown, and the DeLorean, by a fraction of a fraction, takes the victory there. So we're just left with the silver car and the white car. Now, this is going to be an intense race. I'm not going to put them at max speed immediately. I do want to see what these drivers can do to pull out the victory. Who are we thinking, guys? We're coming down to the wire. This is it. I know, we do already have the best viewers. Feeling white. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. The white car been playing dirty tonight with the S1. I think the S1 might have the real shot here. We're going to 2.8. Not slow, not too fast. Again, tries to take it out. And that's it, folks. That is the end of the series. The S1 does take the gold by ever so slightly. Here, I want to see that again on the YouTube stream. Yeah, and that's it. That's it. We're all done. The Porsche, congratulations. You are the biggest loser of tonight's stream. So rude. Yeah, there's your champion, guys. That's it. That's the boy. So, let's go over the results, though, shall we? That's one of our favorite parts. We love seeing the results. One of my favorite parts, I should say. So, the winner, the first winner tonight was the derpy little Fiat 500, followed by the high voltage to the surprise of nobody. A newcomer to the scene, and just an absolute champ. Next we have the Bugatti, another classic that the Loey Stromboli got for us. We have the Audi Quattro, again, no surprise there. The Nissan Leaf, very much so a middle-of-the-road car, leaning more so towards the higher end. The, what is this, GMA T50. The McLaren Speedtail. Very surprising about the McLaren Speedtail. That one has had a rough history. But again, when Battle Royale, like, it's kind of just pure chaos. We have the Lotus Emira. We have the red RS2000. Now, here's a good chance to really look at what I'm talking about when I say chaos. These 2 cars are the exact same. Exact same car, you guys. But this car finished like 10 races sooner than this guy did. Yeah, what race did this guy came in at like race number 25. Same exact car. This one was like number 11. Or sorry, number 9. But yeah, so again, that's what I mean when I say the build, it matters, but not as much as you would think in this series. Not as much as I would think at the very least. But yeah, we're getting to him. So in number, let's see, we're at number 11. We have the 69 Ford Mustang. We have at number 13, the Porsche 911. Number 14, the Fantasy T12. Number 15, the Koenigsegg Gemera Burger King foot lettuce, if you will. Number 16, very surprised about this guy placing so early. The Lotus Classic F1 series. We're going to go ahead and shift our winners down a little bit, and we'll keep the list going here. So, and number, let's see, where are we at? 714, number 15. This one's number 15, my apologies. Burger King foot lettuce, of course, the Tesla Roadster. Number 16, the 73 Honda Civic. Right here. I don't know. My brain's not working, you guys. It's been like this all night. Number 17, the Aston Martin Vantage Pink Slips. We have number 18, the Mitsubishi. Number 19, the Lamborghini Centenario. Number 20, the Koenigsegg Jesko. Number 21, the Ford GT. Very surprising to see him play so low. I don't know what number I'm on anymore, so I'm just going to say the cars in order at this point. So the Nissan Silva after that one, we had the Aston Martin Vantage. The BMW, only BMW, so I just call them the BMW. I think it's like an M3, I don't remember. The Green RS 2000, the Aston Martin Classic, and last but not least, we had the DeLorean and the Lotus S1. I was kind of hoping the Lotus S1 wasn't going to be the biggest loser, because technically these are the same car, they're just different like makes. This one's a lot heavier than this guy. But not shocking, though, I will say that it would have been very ironic if this Lotus S1 finished in last place, but it definitely deserved it. He was just a little guy. He was just straight vibing, and that Porsche, man, was bullying the crap out of that S1, but that is going to be it for me. Oh, hi. Hi, Super Cat. Thank you for popping me on back. Oh, what did you have? What did you have? Hash brown with some garlic butter. I made myself with some spices. And then some tater tots with ranch pasta that my dad made for lunch earlier today. A few snack foods, both sweet and savory. So more like a board than dinner. Heck yeah, we love charcuterie boards. So that's going to be it for me, though, guys. My brain has not been working all night. I appreciate you being patient with me, bearing with me. Really fun stream, though. I had a blast. I hope y'all did, too. Thank you again for the privilege of your time tonight. We're going to go ahead and riggedy raid on out here as soon as we see who's live. In the meantime, though, I'm going to give you guys a little treat with the stream avatar program here. There you go. Something to keep you occupied. Now, I think I definitely want to get a better webcam, but I realized, like, looking at it on the preview, it doesn't look bad. But it could be better. That's all I'm saying. Alrighty, who we got live? Who do we got live? Ooh. Okay. You know what? I think we're gonna raid L. L is, I believe, playing Faz right now with Victoria, so that'll be a fun person to go raid here. Naturally, we're gonna wait for the fight to end here. Boney is absolutely stomping everyone into the mud. Takes Fate down. Super Cat doesn't have a freaking prayer, and the battle royale goes to Bonathan. But yep, Faz? Yeah, I think Victoria and Elle are playing Faz right now. I need to go do some post-stream stuff, but thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to go raid Element Music. Very nice streamer. Definitely recommend giving her a follow. We'll all go say hi. Thank you, VOD watchers. Thank you, Varian, over on the YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much. And I hope you have a good night. I'll see you later.